Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1959, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. In which country was the popular beer brand Labatt founded in 1847? Canada. What is the name of Earth's natural satellite? The Moon. Which popular boy band formed on the reality show The X Factor included Niall Horan as a member? One Direction. Which radio station is known as Star 101.5 on the FM dial? Star 101.5. Approximately 78.09% of the air we breathe is made up of which gas? Nitrogen. Which actor, known for his roles on That 70s Show and 2.5 Men, has invested in tech startups such as Skype and Airbnb? Ashton Kutcher. What is the name of the scientific theory that explains the movement of Earth's continents? Plate tectonics. Which common male Christian name comes from a Greek name meaning lover of horses? Philip. Which controversial public figure served as sheriff of Maricopa County, Arizona, and became known for his hardline stance on immigration? Joe Arpaio. Which actress married legendary guitarist Eddie Van Halen in 1981? Valerie Bertinelli. Which Greek goddess personified retribution? Nemesis. What type of chemical signals are known to influence social and reproductive behaviors among many animal species? Pheromones. When ironing clothes, which fabric requires the highest heat, wool, linen, or nylon? Linen. Which university, originally chartered as Queens College in 1766 in New Jersey, is one of the oldest institutions of higher education in the United States? Rutgers University. Which element, with atomic number 80, gets its chemical symbol from the Latin word hydrargyrum and was formerly used in thermometers? Mercury. In musical notation, what Italian term, often abbreviated DC, tells performers to repeat from the beginning? Da capo, abbreviated DC. Which composer wrote the Wedding March from the incidental music to Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? Felix Mendelssohn. Which common wildflower belongs to the genus Galanthus? Snowdrop. Which iconic band released the album Beggar's Banquet in 1968, featuring the hit song Sympathy for the Devil? The Rolling Stones. What is the traditional fruit brandy, often distilled from plums, that is popular in Central and Eastern Europe? Slivovitz. In which 1980s U.S. soap opera did actor John Forsythe play Blake Carrington? Dynasty. What does a Cerophilist collect? Candles. Which Ohio city was named after a society formed to honor veterans of the American Revolutionary War? Cincinnati. Who was the English king during the Battle of Agincourt? Henry V. Which U.S. president made the first telephone call to astronauts on the moon? Richard Nixon. Who became the first African American president of the United States in 2008? Barack Obama. Which U.S. politician famously declared during his 1964 presidential campaign, "Extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice"? Barry Goldwater. What is the title of Ludwig van Beethoven's only opera? Fidelio. Peter Sellers is best known for his role as Inspector Clouseau in which film series? The Pink Panther. Which profession did the Massachusetts Bay Colony ban in 1641? Lawyers. Which 1976 Mel Brooks film is notable for being a comedy with almost no spoken dialogue? Silent Movie. Which metal, whose chemical symbol is formed from its first and third letters, is sometimes loosely called spelter? Zinc. Which of these circuits, RCRL or RLC, can exhibit oscillations of electric charge? RLC circuit. What is the name of the world's largest tree, which is named after a Civil War general? General Sherman. Which Major League Baseball player holds the record for most consecutive games played, with a streak of 2,632 games? Cal Ripken Jr. How many apostrophes are needed in this sentence? Andrew's dogs licked their lips whenever Pavlov's bells rang to signal meal times. 2. Which modern-day capital city stands on the site of the ancient city of Tenochtitlan? Mexico City. Which country in the Northern Hemisphere, famous for its vast wilderness, is the second largest country in the world by total area? Canada. Named from the Greek words meaning good and sound, which valved brass tenor instrument resembling a small tuba is this? Euphonium. Which Dr. Seuss book, often gifted to graduates, encourages readers to embrace life's journey and adventures ahead? Oh, The Places You'll Go. Which American naval hero, famous for daring exploits against the British during the American Revolution, is credited with saying, "I have not yet begun to fight"? John Paul Jones. What is the common name for flightless aquatic birds found mainly in the southern hemisphere? Penguins. What is the official currency of Somalia? Somali shilling. Which notable Native American woman associated with the early Jamestown settlement died in England in 1617? Pocahontas. Which U.S. state, home to Saginaw and Bay City, is known for its Great Lakes coastline and its automotive history? Michigan. Which biblical leader led the Israelites out of Egypt and is a central figure in the Book of Numbers? Moses. Which U.S. state contains the Keweenaw Peninsula, known for its rich copper mining history? Michigan. By what stage name was singer Mary O'Brien better known? Dusty Springfield. Which American chemist is credited with inventing nylon? Wallace H. Carothers. The French call them Îles Normandes. What do we call them in English? The Channel Islands. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.